Hey guys, this is the Epics, and today I'm bringing you a guide about Moonkin in the new World of Warcraft expansion, Warlords of Draenor. I'll be showing you the basic damaging abilities, the basic talents you have, the glyphs, and maybe giving you some tips for when you join the PvP side of Moonkin. First off, we start with the damaging ability. We have the dots, which are Moonfire and Sunfire. You need to keep them up at all times, just as in PvE and PvP. It's all the same. Keep them up at all times at the target you face. You have two casting time abilities, which were three, but we'll come back on that later. You have two cast time abilities, which are Starfire and Wrath. Starfire is a 2.7 second cast time ability, which you have to use when you have more time to cast, and it does better. It does more damage than Wrath, but Wrath is a 2 second cast time, so 0.7 seconds less, and it casts. You are almost able to cast it at all times. Then we have Star Surge. Star Surge was a cast time ability, but now it changes when you reach level 100. It becomes instant, and you have 3 charges. So you have 3 charges to use instant. But then there is Starfall, and Starfall is combined with those charges. So you have to choose whether you use an AoE damaging ability or just a single target ability. Starfall is an AoE damaging ability which hits all target in a range of 40 yards, and Star Surge is just a single target ability that does big damage. And yeah, I'll be showing you these some of these abilities in game. See you in a bit. So yeah, there we go. First off, I'll show you Moonfire and Sunfire. Well, Moonfire, you always get Moonfire, but when the Eclipse bar changes to Lunar, you will receive, the ability will change to Sunfire, so you have 2 dots up. As you see here, the Eclipse bar is to Lunar, so you get an empowered Wrath. So when it's empowered, you want to cast Wrath. So and when it changes to Eclipse, you have Starfire, so you cast Starfire, and you see that it's a pretty long cast time, even though I have got some haste. So yeah, and then I'll show you the Starfall ability. I'll stand right between these targets, and you see there's one over here, 3 over here, and even one over there. When I pop Starfall, it even hits this target, and it is pretty far away from me. So yeah, but as you could, I don't know if you could see this, but you could see that it is reloading. Starfire and Star Surge have those 2 charges combined. So when you use 3 charges on Starfire, for instance, both of the abilities get on cooldown. So yeah, that's a pretty, maybe a good change, maybe a bad change, I don't know, but it is something to get used to, and it'll be all fine, but just to get used to, and I've got used to it, and it is pretty nice. So in this part we will talk about the talents. For the first tier, we will be going for Displace the Beast. Wild Charge is something Pharaohs use, and Feline Swiftness is something that's pretty useless. Sorry. For the level 30 talents, we will be going for Scenario Ward. Renewal is a nice ability which I used at the start, but it only heals for 22 seconds in 2 minutes. So you have a 2-minute cooldown, and it heals for 22% of your maximum health. Renewal is on 30-second cooldown, and it basically heals up for like, let me think, I think it's like 10% of your health. over the duration of 6 seconds. So it basically overheals renewal, and Ysera's gift is more of a PvE talent. For the level 45 talents, I go for Typhoon. Typhoon is a knockback ability, and it's pretty fun to use in BGs or just to get away, which I'll be showing you at the last part of the video in the tricks. For the level 60 talents, I have Force of Nature. It summons a treant, and it basically gives you 3 instant roots. It's a nice CC ability, but they also deal damage. You have 3 charges, as I said, but it's a nice ability, and you could choose Incarnation for a big burst, but in arena matches you will be getting CC'd out of it, so it's pretty useless in arenas. For level 75 talents, I go for Ursul's Vortex, which is useful with Beam, which I'll be showing you in the last part of the video also. You can also go for Incapacitating Roar or Mighty Bash, but those abilities are just by choice. Those are just some CC abilities, a stun and just a silence. For level 90 talents, I still go for Heart of the Wild because it gives you a major boost in healing, and healing is something Moonkins really need because they get tanked a lot. Well, at least I do, but they are pretty easy to kill when they don't have any healings. So yeah, Heart of the Wild is pretty much a need for 2v2 arenas, at least. For 3v3 arenas, you could still go for Nature's Vigil because it gives you a bit of a damaging boost, just bigger burst. For level 100 talents, I recommend you use Stellar Flare. It gives you a 3rd dot. In this part of the video, I will be talking about the glyphs. There are 2 glyphs I recommend you use, and you actually should use to be viable as a Moonkin in PvP. The first glyph is Glyph of Cyclone. Glyph of Cyclone increases the range of your Cyclone spell by 5 yards. So it basically gives you a boost of 5 yards in your Cyclone spell, and you really need to use it, otherwise you won't be able to cast Cyclone because the set bonus has been deleted. You don't have that 5 yards of your set anymore, so you have 5 yards less to cast. So it is really needed to cast a Cyclone, otherwise you won't be able to cast one, and it makes it impossible to play 3s or even 2s, maybe even RPGs. For the second glyph, I recommend you use Celestial Alignment, and you should use it because otherwise you will get CC'd out of your Celestial Alignment and you won't be able to do that much burst. Celestial Alignment glyph makes sure a Celestial Alignment lasts for 60 seconds or until 8 spells have been cast with it active, whichever occurs first. So when you're getting CC'd, you still have that 60 seconds to cast 8 spells. So you won't be able to get CC'd out of it because there are no CCs to actually CC you for 60 seconds. So and if you don't get CC'd, you should actually cast those 8 spells. But it only fades away when you either cast 8 spells or whenever the 60 seconds are just gone. For the third glyph, it's your choice, but I recommend you use Barkskin, because Barkskin is actually the only defensive ability you have left, and you need to improve it. So yeah, and those are actually the main glyphs I recommend you use. And for the minor glyphs, it's your choice. It's just to make the Moonkin class fun to play, such as Chameleon. It changes the color of your cat form each time you go into cat form. So yeah, it's your choice, but I recommend you use these 3 these three glyphs. Sorry. So yeah, after all this being said, there are a few things to keep an eye on, such as rejuvenation and healing touch. Rejuvenation is a healing overtime spell which you really need to keep up at all times during a fight, because when you don't keep it up, you will get down pretty quickly, and yeah, it's just a nice healing spell to to heal you up while you're fighting. And then there is a healing touch, which is a big heal, and it has a 2.24 second second cost. So yeah, you need to get space. You need to get a distance to cast this spell. And there is Empowered Moonkin. Empowered Moonkin is a sort of buff you get, and it's basically a single target attacks. In Moonkin form, have a 15% chance to make your next damaging spell instant cast. So yeah, when you're in a fight and you get attacked by a target, when you get damaged, you have a 15% chance to make your next damaging spell, no matter what spell it is, with a cast time, to make it instant, such as Starfire or Wrath, and it's pretty nice. You also, I also recommend you to use a macro when you go for Ursul's Vortex. This macro is got a Solar Beam and Ursul's Vortex. You cast a Solar Beam on the target, and you place this Solar Beam right under it. So basically, what it does is that when someone tries to run out of the beam, he gets pulled back once. So the duration of your beam will be much longer, and you will be able to get that DPSer or healer down pretty quickly. So yeah, this is it for today and for the guide. I hope you liked it, and please leave a comment below, or subscribe if you want to see more of these. Just leave your comment below and your thoughts about this video, and maybe give me some tips if you want. So yeah, have a nice day, and see you next time. Peace out.